Undeath, thank you for being here. I know you guys, unfortunately, the tour was supposed to start. So is today technically the first day?
Yeah, technically it's the first day of the U.S. portion of everything. We just got back from Asia and Australia, so we've already been on the road for like 3.5 weeks, something like that.
Somewhere around 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Left my house on the 1st.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we've been out for close to a month at this point.
Okay.
And then we were supposed to start in L.A. 2 nights ago, but Matt, our drummer, was like really, really sick, and we had to cancel 2 shows. So we're gonna get things rolling tonight.
Sucks. I'm sorry, Matt. He's here chilling.
Yeah.
It sucks.
He would cough into the mic every 2 seconds if he was sitting here.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, this one. It was. I think it was like our first time out in Europe, and I got mono.
Oh shit!
God, that sucks.
And so that was like it was kind of a dream because I played a show from the house. It's kind of sick.
Yeah,
that is kind of sick.
That's pretty cool.
It was kind of sick. I'm like, dude, I should do this again.
I've always wanted to sit down on stage. It'd be kind of cool.
Well, unfortunately, if that ever happened, it'll be for a bad reason.
That's probably true.
Because you probably broke a leg or something.
Yeah,
You don't want to do that.
No.
I mean, I've been sick on stage many times, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That shit it sucks.
Yeah, how do you do that? Because it's like that's like a part of your like instrument.
Yeah.
That sucks. How do you like push through that?
Just major suffering.
Suffering.
Yeah, just suffering through it until it's over, and then laying down.
Well, you chose the wrong dream, man. We signed up just to suffer.
Yeah.
You know? Cool. Can we do a quick intro so people could put voices to names?
I'm Tommy. I'm the bassist for Undeath.
Sick.
I'm Jared. I'm the guitarist for Undeath.
I'm Kyle. I also play guitar.
I'm Alex. I am the vocalist. I'm the singer.
When you're not sick, or even when you are sick.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I'm always sick.
That's true too. And you know what? We're always sick. Kyle, can you pass over the bottle opener?
Please, of course.
For those of you listening or watching, it's 11 a.m. something. So why not?
Close
Yeah.
to noon.
So it's Dos Equis time.
Yeah.
Cheers to Undeath and to you guys having a very successful tour.
Cheers.
And this also goes out to you, Matt. Hopefully you get better soon, man.
Love you, Matt.
Cheers to Matt.
To Matt.
To Matt.
We also got John Soundman off camera. We got Zach Merch Guy off camera.
Cheers, dudes. The whole fam's here.
Squatted up right now.
How do you guys
Santa
all
Ana.
fit in the fucking van?
We have to work on that, actually, when we get to the
Yeah.
venue. But
Yeah.
usually it's fine.
Is that why you guys don't? I heard you guys talk. You guys don't choose your designated area. It's always just kind of like a free for all.
We like to ask each other, like, it depends on who's about to drive or
Sweet.
who's feeling what kind of way or anything, like how tired they are. But generally, we have our preferences.
Okay.
Like, Kyle likes to sit in the chill zone.
Probably
I-
explain what the chill zone is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
It's just like a big mat on the floor. It's kind of like a kill zone, too, because there's no seatbelt. But, yeah, I don't know. We also all brush with one big toothbrush,
Yep.
and it helps us get along.
all at the same time. you know.
Yeah.
It's
And
team building.
We sleep in one big bed, and we all pull the covers up at the same time.
well. So hopefully you guys don't share with Matt.
We don't have a choice. It's part of the binding contract that you have to sign when you join this band.
Oh, poor guy, man. I just lame back.
He'll be fine.
Sick. That's cool. Who takes the? I personally call it the most uncomfortable spot. It's the front bench to the far right, so you can't lay down on the bench. You have to sit up. Anyone take that?
Front bench is gone because we
smart.
took that out to put a big like camping mat down.
Okay.
And that's the aforementioned chill zone.
Okay.
So basically, I mean, max comfort style, the way that we arrange is driver, somebody in the passenger seat, somebody will. If it's an overnight drive, we'll probably have 2 people lying down in the chill zone.
It folds out.
Yeah, getting nice and intimate. And then we have one person lying on the. Well, I guess there technically is still a front bench because there's 3 benches, but somebody lying down on that bench, somebody lying down on the middle bench, somebody lying down on the back bench. That's the van arrangement.
Okay, and that sounds smart.
Yeah.
See, you guys are smart.
Yeah.
Cool. No, when we had the van, I would purposely. I thought this was the most uncomfortable spot, and it was the front bench because we kept the front bench, and I would purposely sit on the corner
Oh, sure.
Just because I just want to suffer a little bit more. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's got like this weird pleasure I took in it. It's weird.
Yeah, I can't do shotgun in a van. It just drives me crazy.
Why?
Because it's too much responsibility. And I like
Singers don't like responsibility.
I think there's some psychology to it because I'm also in the same deal, but me and him drive, and people who sit up front, like Kyle and Jared, don't tend to. But they're great navigators and co-pilots.
Yeah.
I like to sleep in the front seat.
Yeah. So I mean, like I can't sleep in the front seat. That's like control that I don't have. Like I'm watching the road come, but I can't do anything about it. So it's
Yeah.
like I'd rather be driving or not look at it at all.
also just waking up in the passenger seat. I don't know, like when you're doing an overnight drive or at least like a late night drive and you're in the shotgun and you're like nodding off and then you wake up and you just see like road barreling at you. Something about that psychologically just freaks me out.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like waking up and the first thing I see is just like a highway at night.
A highway just like running towards you?
Yeah, exactly.
I never thought about it that way.
Sometimes though, it's kind of nice because you look over and you see Tommy or Matt, and they're just chilling, doing their thing. You know, everything's good. It's like a nice sense of reassurance, safety.
Yeah.
That's the temperament of a good co-pilot.
Yes, exactly. That's why
I don't have that.
Jared is a legendary shotgun driver for that reason. He's got a good temperament for it. I don't. I'm too erratic.
Well, that sounds like your strength.
It's one of them, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Man
now,
of many talents.
well, now you probably should do it more.
I do it very often. I don't know how much more I could do it.
Oh, shoot.
When we do the gas station sleeps, Jared tends to be stuck with the front seat, sleeping straight up and down. You know, just like sitting up the whole night.
Yeah, just not really sleeping.
Yep.
So
He's gotten good at sleeping without sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the worst. Like, I would take shotgun and just sleep. It's like, oh, they got directions.
I mean, we got GPS. What more can you do?
Just be a comforting presence, I guess.
Is it like moral support? Like what? Or is it making sure that they don't fall asleep? Like what's the?
I think it's just moral support. It's just nice to have someone next to you.
Personally, it's drive to drive because like we hate mountains, like me and Alex for sure.
Yeah.
And when they're awake helping us out with that, that's awesome. But if it's like Kansas, I don't really care who or what is next to me because it's a straight line forever. So that's fine.
A straight road is coming at you.
Yeah.
I guess it helps to stay awake because that can be hypnotizing. But
Sometimes on an overnight that isn't hectic, like if I'm doing some driving, I kind of prefer when the person in shotgun is just sleeping because I'm not really feeling chatty. You know, I just kind of want to drive.
That's another good thing about me in the passenger seat.
Yep.
Alex is driving. We don't really talk.
Yep, it's true. We just
vibe out.
Just vibe.
Listen to some Opeth.
Yep.
Chill.
Oh, you guys are that band. Listen, there's
Not all of us.
There's people that listen to Opeth and there's people that don't listen to Opeth. That's kind of true, huh?
I think so.
I think a good band will have a healthy mix, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People that do or don't. And then they'll bring probably equal opposing forces that I think make the music and the camaraderie
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. You're definitely not the Opeth guy.
Oh, I am.
Oh, you are?
I'm one of them. Me and
Oh,
I think
shit,
me and
I was
Alex
wrong.
probably.
Yeah.
I don't know who else gets too into it.
Can we swear on this?
Of course.
I fucking love Opeth.
Really.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time. That was like one of the first bands with like screamed vocals that I ever got into.
Really.
Yeah, big time.
Oh wow. Which record?
Blackwater Park.
For me, it was Ghost Reveries. I remember when that came out when I was a kid. And I was just like, I knew of like Dream Theater and stuff, and I always heard them talked in the same like realm.
Sure.
And then I checked out Opeth when Ghost Reveries came out, and I was like, oh wait, Dream Theater is cool because it's like, you know, they're playing
like Dream
difficult
Theater.
stuff.
Oh, you guys. Okay. I see. I see where this is going. Okay.
So, well,
Continue.
they can play well.
Sure.
A lot of it is kind of like whatever. I don't want to listen to this. I want to like study it. But then I listen to Opeth. It's like, oh, these are songs. I get it. Like I can actually listen to this and not like go into my academic brain and be like, how are they doing this? What do I count? All that shit.
Sure.
You know, so Opeth you could actually just vibe out on if you wanted to. But you could also do the other math shit where like, oh, how do they play that? How do you count that? All that stuff.
Does that explain that Opeth fans didn't really mind when they started singing because you're already vibing out?
I feel like some of them did, but
That was kind of like a thing that made the screamed aspect of Opeth easier for me to kind of take in when I was a kid because you know, when I was 12, 13, like I didn't understand why anybody would scream in a band. It just kind of seemed silly to me. And then big time. I mean, I grew up listening to like punk and stuff like that first before metal. That kind of came a little bit after. So all the vocals in the early punk records that I liked were more shouted than anything, and they still had some semblance of melody to them. So just a record that was 100% growled vocals all the way through seemed like ridiculous to me. But when my buddy turned me on to Opeth, I mean, the fact that everything was kind of buffered by singing made it much more palatable, which is kind of funny because these days when I listen to metal, I pretty much never want to hear singing. But back in the day when I was first getting into it, that was super important.
How old were you?
It's probably like 13.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So it was Opeth that opened up your mind. Hey, well, because it's not like it's not all crazy vocals, right? This maybe kind of gave you like a maybe it's just planted a seed, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, yeah, we all need those like gateway bands or gateway song.
Totally.
You know, and then it just fucking sends you off.
Oh yeah.
And then before you know it, you're sick in a band.
Oh, yeah.
You know? that process is pretty gnarly, huh?
Well, you hear Opeth, then you're like, Swedish bands, huh? And then you go to At the
That's
Gates.
exactly what I thought.
Then you go to At the Gates, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, At the Gates was not far behind. I mean, Kyle and I kind of share that history with Slaughter of the Soul being like one of our foundational records.
True.
Yeah, I could. It's funny because I could definitely hear it more on. So your record comes out in actually a few days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So more insane. October 4th.
October 4th.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Yeah, you guys are doing the Waterfall. So I heard 2 songs, and the first song I heard, because I heard you guys, especially you, Kyle. I heard you talk about At the Gates, and I was like, oh, I don't really hear it, which is great.
Yeah, totally.
It's
No,
the
it's
best.
not like a direct rip-off like
the
thing.
best.
Their sound is so specific, like the like, you know, kick snare thrash beat with like a 6/8 guitar part over it. You know, like I don't know. I feel like a lot of bands who say they're really inspired by At the Gates don't really even
Is it 6/8?
get that really. Like you know, that kind of thing with like I don't know.
I think I don't know how to keep time.
It's fine.
If it's not 4/4 or 3/4, like it's just like my brain just can't like.
You're probably feeling it, you know.
It's music.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's auditory first anyway.
Yeah, getting into that nerd. Like, I mean, I know probably Matt too to some extent, but like I know me, Jared, and Kyle get into that nerdy shit where we do talking about Opeth and Dream Theater. Is like Dream Theater. I don't think I would enjoy it as a listener. I think I'd enjoy it as a, you know, academic exercise to be like, what's going on here? How do I figure that out?
I've academically studied Opeth.
Kind of, honestly, I'd be like, why is this cool? What is this? How does
Yeah.
this sound good? And what chord is this that makes it sound this way? And then, you know, decipher it.
Well, I'm a little bit confused. Do you actually enjoy Dream Theater?
Not really.
What was the Dream Theater song that was on
Interesting.
Rock Band? Does anyone remember?
I don't remember that one.
Interesting.
Me neither.
So you listen to it just solely to study it?
I mean, when I was a kid, I don't listen to it like at all anymore, to be honest.
Interesting. I never heard someone say that before.
Yeah, I mean, like there's styles of music that personally, I don't know about anyone else, but I feel like if you're really into like shredding at some point, you've done this. You've found music that you only like academically. You don't really listen to it to like enjoy how it makes you feel.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, this is a band I actually enjoy how it makes me feel, but I have a friend who's the opposite of me, who like doesn't like academic shit at all, but he loves Necrophagus. I'm like, that's weird to me because if you're not a guitarist at all, like, why do you love Necrophagus so much?
They got banging tracks.
They do, but it's like so much of it to me was also like how they could play it, like what they're playing and how clean it is, all that cool shit, like how I can study it and listen to it. But you know, there's a lot to unpack, you know, academically, I guess, from it.
So what did you? So what was your main takeaway from Dream Theater? Since you're studying it,
I'm
going to school right now. Dude.
I mean,
hard.
like from a
There's a lot of notes.
lot of notes.
They're from
a
Long
bass
Island.
playing wise, it
Are
was
they
like,
really?
I think so.
yeah,
right?
they're from Holland.
I think Dream Theater does like the cool thing where, you know, you'll have a guitar part or like a keyboard or vocal part going at some pace, and then you'll have the drums kind of do various different things
there's a lot
underneath
of-
that riff. And so just changing the feel of a riff by changing the drum part underneath it. So that's a good lesson to learn from Dream Theater, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of that kind of stuff you could find in it, and like they have a lot to learn about. It's just like, would I listen to it and not think about it like that? I don't think I can, personally.
Any other bands that any of you do that with? Now I'm just curious. Just them?
What about you guys?
I like to listen to music.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean, like, I get in my modes if we're writing, especially if I'm writing for Undeath, because it's like I like to try and fit it into, like, Kyle's the one that started the music aspect of like the riffage of it, and then Matt definitely helped glue it together. So me being a later edition, I don't know about Jared. If I was thinking about writing stuff for it, I wanted to kind of match the style and make it not sound like it's a separate person. When you hear like back to back 2 different songs, I want to kind of like, you know, what makes Kyle sound like Kyle? Like, all right, how do I work that into my stuff and make that sound like there's a thread through the entire album?
yeah, I mean, these guys are really like well versed in theory and stuff like that, and that's something that I really respect. But for me, yeah, like I just don't have that same like lexicon, I guess, when it comes to thinking about music, just because I'm not familiarized with it. So it's cool listening to them talk about it. But for me, I'm like a vibes guy over everything else. I know when a song makes me feel good, and I'd say about 100% of the time, Undeath songs make me feel good. So that's it.
I will say the academic listening is probably not a good thing to do, because sometimes I stop enjoying music as music and it turns into like,
Oh, that's scary.
sometimes. I mean, and then I just peel back and listen to something that has nothing to do with like metal or my job or whatever, you know. Listen to like ambient stuff that has no rhyme or reason necessarily.
Yeah.
Like
It's like a reset.
like a U2 or something.
Yeah, U2 could be up there actually, but like it's usually
Jared liked
honestly
that
like
I only brought up U2 because when you brought up what you were saying, I think the one band I sat down for a while and listened to, didn't enjoy it, was actually U2.
Not even the hits?
Not the hits. I'm like, dude, the headphones, the whole 9, I'm high. It's like, listen, okay.
That Brian Eno production?
It's a big band, only because I don't know, I was listening to a lot of interviews with the Edge.
Yeah, sure.
Very,
Edge.
seeing his pedal board, I was like, so he's playing. I'm like, I really love what he's playing. So it's him on U2, but I don't like U2. And it's weird because when it's just him playing the riff, I'm like, that's fucking sick. And I'm trying to listen to the band, and I just can't. I don't enjoy it at all.
Sure.
But I'm still listening. I still do it actually. I'll listen to records, or like I think I guess you'd say their favorite song of mine is "A Beautiful Day."
oh yeah.
And I just don't. I don't like it, but I keep listening to it because I just want to hear the Edge play. And that's the only band that I'm
Not enough slams.
Oh yeah, it's like, where's the slam, dude?
Me and my buddy back in Rochester had this game for a while where we were adding swear words to U2 songs. So it was like "Beautiful Day." It was like, "It's a fucking beautiful day."
It would have been way better. That would have been great.
It's like some Guns N' Roses shit.
Sunday, motherfucking bloody Sunday, bitch.
I remember there was like a podcast a while back. I mean, I like U2 just fine. I kind of feel like largely indifferently toward them besides the hits. I mean, fucking Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For and Streets of No Name, those are obviously like,
of course,
generational tracks. But for me, when somebody's like, oh yeah, my all-time favorite band is U2, I'm just like, that's just so bizarre to me. Like, what about U2 speaks to somebody that personally? I've never been able to really understand it. Their songs are so like universal.
I had a roommate who was, you know, a daily U2 discography listener, owned like all the like documentaries and like mad live tapes and shit. Wow. It was wild.
Yeah, U2 fans are massive U2 fans.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in they just had the last shows at the Sphere, so
Yeah.
I heard that was incredible. So
That looked
I guess
crazy. Yeah.
I can't remember what record it is, but on one of the inside covers, Adam Clayton, the bass player, he's just like spread eagles, dicks out. Like,
Really?
fucking, oh yeah, it's wild.
that's a great inlay concept.
Dig out.
If
Matt.
Yeah, Matt, write this down, bro.
Is he taking notes over there? Okay, it's cool. It's cool. All right, so you guys are from New York.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 of us are. Tommy's from Virginia, and so is Matt.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You grew up in Rochester.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, I lived there for a long time. I grew up, or I was born downstate, moved to Rochester when I was like 14, 15, and then lived there until like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did most of my growing up there for sure.
High school?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think your most formative years are like high school.
Definitely.
Yeah. There's just something about that.
Brain plasticity.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah. You're like still growing up, but like you're still around people. Yeah. But you're old enough to have a semi-thought,
Yeah.
right?
You start finding your own way, navigating life.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take out a massive college loan.
Yeah.
Oh shit. And Kyle, so you actually studied theory for a couple years, correct?
Yeah, I went to school for music. So did Tommy. We actually both went for bass. I went for upright bass, so.
Upright bass? Really? Why?
Well, I wanted to go to school to be a music educator, and I played bass guitar, and I also played French horn, but I wasn't really that good at French horn. So I swapped over to upright bass to audition for school.
That is so random.
Yeah, it was cool. I miss playing in an orchestra. It's a lot of fun. But
In an orchestra. No,
yeah.
dude, that is fucking intense.
no, dude, it's not intense. It's chill.
On
It's
the
just
up-
like being in a band.
Is it on the upright, like a lot of whole notes, just like
Oh, yeah, and a lot of resting.
Yeah.
Although, and then, like, the one time in, like, a 45-minute piece, there's, like, a section that you need to practice for, like, 50 hours because it's really hard.
Oh my god, I could fucking barely practice one riff for like an hour, dude.
Me too.
yeah? That's kind of why he's not.
That's kind of why I don't do it anymore.
It's kind of funny because because your band kind of you have like these upbringings, but you guys like you kind of went the other way. Like I don't like screaming, but now I'm singing a death metal band. You took theory for upright bass, and your guys' riffs are surprisingly simple. I listened to the first two records. I'm like, oh, the riffs are surprisingly simple.
Yeah.
But not at the same time. So that kind of makes sense. There's like something about it that
Hell
So you kind of did this. You went a whole other.
I mean, I've always been a big death metal fan. Like, I was, he was saying, like, got into Slaughter of the Soul. But that was, like, around LimeWire days, so it's pretty easy to have,
Sure.
Cold By at the Gates on your iPod, and then also, like, Punch and Stench track that you don't really like, and also, like, some other shit. I don't know. Meat Hook Sodomy by Cannibal Corpse, that was an early one. It has, like, a really long, weird intro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a weird track. It's fucking sick, though.
It has a weird intro.
Yeah, it's really
The
long.
First
and-
track on Butchered, right?
Yeah. And it's, like, really long, droning. Like, yeah, it's cool.
You know what? Butchered is on a record I really gave it a lot of a long listen to. Maybe I should revisit.
It's a pretty sick one.
It's kind of like the most like brutal
I'd
Cannibal
say,
Corpse
yeah.
album. You
Really?
know? Yeah, I feel like Tomb is where they kind of started to solidify like the sound. And then but Butchered is like this weird transitional album between like the thrashier elements of Eaten Bat to Life and the stuff they were going to start doing on the next record. So it's like it's really intense. Like it kind of sounds just like a brutal death metal record.
It's
Really?
definitely twisted.
Yeah.
I mean the fucking lyrics alone.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Lyrics.
Crazy vocals on it, too, dude. Yeah, Chris was going crazy on that.
He was going crazy mode for show.
Yeah, no one really gives Chris Barnes his flowers for those lyrics, dude. It was just a special era.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking with Kyle from Virtual about this same subject. I'm like, yeah, no one really gives him like the credit, man. He's just something about those lyrics, you know?
Yeah, they're a little deranged.
Yeah, they're getting off-putting.
We were somewhere on a tour. I forget where it was, but somebody was describing like the difference between Barnes and Corpsegrinder to us in terms of like vibe, and they said like Chris Barnes is more evil, but Corpsegrinder is more hateful, and I thought that was like the best way to describe the difference between those eras of the band. Like Barnes, especially on stage, is like just seems fucked up. It's like eyes are rolled back and shit, and he's singing about like what he's singing about, and then
I wonder what he was channeling.
fucking Satan, dude, probably.
Channeling the darkness in all of us.
Yeah.
Upstate New York.
Do you know what? It hit my brain right now. Yeah, you could hate something, but it cannot be evil.
Yep.
I never really thought about that ever.
Yeah.
Crazy. And this was actually one of my questions that I wanted to ask you guys because people kind of ask you like the same question, so I wanted like another way to ask was like back then we were talking about this last record how there's like Chris Barnes is channeling like evil, so there was like this in the 90s there's like the satanic stigma of death metal and death metal lyrics. Is that still around now?
I mean, yes, but it's like I take it as seriously as I would someone talking about like massacring entire populations of human beings. It's like, do you like? It takes a lot to convince me that someone is actually about it. And it's not that authenticity is important, but it's just like, yes, it's just another thing to add to the list that you could talk about.
Yeah.
I feel like with the internet, like everyone's seeing so much like fucked up shit online that
being a Satanist not that scary.
yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Was it ever really that scary? Probably not. But
You know what? Yeah, that is true. I remember like being in high school, like, oh, you're an atheist or you're a Satanist, and I didn't really care. And I was maybe being a child. That there is something to that.
Yeah, but we're in the metal though. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
To me, I don't know. I feel like
Weird.
The commitment to like the theater of the lyrics was always more of a black metal thing. And then when I thought about death metal, it was just kind of like everybody was in on the bit almost, And that was just my own experience, but never really like took when I was listening to Chris Barnes sing lyrics about, I mean, you can Google them, but like the shit that he was singing about, even when I was a kid, there was never a point where I was like, okay, this dude is actually a necro-pedophile, right? Mm-hmm. But back in the day with like black metal and shit, it just seemed like a lot more convincing, even though they were like Norwegian teenagers.
Yeah, it's because they wear makeup.
Yeah.
That's scary.
And it's like more a part of their whole thing than it really ever was for death metal, I feel like.
Yeah, I guess.
But I also wasn't around in like the early 90s when it was happening, so could be completely wrong there.
Yeah, Glenn Benton seems like he was about it too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like no one's like, oh, he is the actual devil. He's just Glenn Benton. He's a badass, but
Yeah.
he'll burn an upside down cross into his forehead every now and then. It's just Glenn. It's just Glenn.
Yeah, just Glenn things.
So you would say it's not like a stigma anymore.
Not that I've experienced.
Huh.
Yeah, I haven't run into a band. I mean, all the modern guys don't tend to talk about that stuff like at all.
No.
Pretty much. Like in our circle. I'm sure that there definitely are, satanic death metal bands that are around. But everyone we would bump shoulders with, not really.
No.
Huh. What are some like satanic death metal bands?
First Morbid Angel record.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Second Morbid Angel record.
Are they so you think they're like about it?
yeah.
I think that
back then,
they were about a lot of things.
Sick.
I mean,
Being sick in general.
Trey was like doing rituals with the Necronomicon and shit with those first two records, like down in the basement of their house. And, like,
Really?
oh yeah, he took that shit so seriously.
Oh shit.
There's a book called Choosing Death.
Okay.
And it's all about like the very early days of death metal, and it touches a lot on like the Florida scene back then and stuff. And there's lots of interviews with Trey in there, and I mean, yeah, he was really like conjuring evil spirits on that shit. He talks about wanting to summon Satan while he's writing the riffs for altars and how he wants to like kill everybody. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It was definitely real for him back then, for sure.
You got to get Trey on the podcast.
Oh, I would. I mean, he's one of my people I want to get on.
Hell yeah.
That'll be sick. Chris Barnes too. There's so many things. There's so many things about death metal that are really they're not out there.
Yeah.
And it's been around for so long, like the 90s. I mean, it hit the 80s, and there's not really anything clear.
Sure.
It's
It's
fucking
just
underground, bro.
It's just starting to get documented. That book, Choosing Death, and I forget what the other one that like Scott Burns did.
The one that's just like about his production
like,
stuff.
Yeah, more sound and like.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's more of like the musical and like the actual sound of death metal.
Oh, that book is awesome.
Yeah.
Scott Burns has a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about all of his years at Morrisound. There's like every chapter is a different album. Yeah,
Are you
it's
serious?
So sick.
When did that come out?
Maybe last
Earlier
year,
this
2
year.
years.
Oh, that's recent.
Within the last year, I think. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's starting to be people like documenting
Yeah.
like
Interesting.
how death metal was back then.
So for people that don't know who Scott Burns is, he's the dude. I mean, he had 80s, right? He did like Death, all like most of those old school.
Sepultura.
Obituary.
He was the death
He was
metal
the dude.
engineer
Yeah.
du jour.
He did
for a
almost
long time.
everyone, I feel like.
Suffocation.
Stuff.
I mean,
Yeah,
Yep.
he mixed it.
I mixed it.
That is great to hear. That he has like something out. It's always cool to hear from like a producer. Sometimes they have like a whole other like perspective on it. Like imagine like Scott's like Chris Barnes stories.
Yeah.
That'd be sick to hear.
I think he probably has them in the book, if I recall
There's a
correctly.
few, yeah, for sure.
Damn, that'd be fucking tight.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it sounds like I need to do more research on this subject. So Morbid Angel was straight up like real shit.
Some blend of Satanism and general occultism and Lovecraft.
Misanthropy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I mean, there's
Hatred, anger.
There's modern bands too. Like, well, modern. They've been around for a while now. But like, you know the band Titan Blood? You ever hear about them?
No.
Fuck yeah.
They're just
Sick
like
one.
a sick kind of like blackened death metal band from Spain.
Yep.
Yeah. But their whole thing is like, you know, they evoke stuff like that, and their imagery at least is very kind of cryptic and it's very involved in the occult. But like whether or not they're actually living by those codes and ethics, like
Sure.
who's to say?
They probably got iPhones.
Yeah, they got iPhones. You know? They've eaten the fillet of fish before.
If you have an iPhone, you're not black metal, dude.
Yeah.
Let's just say it here.
I don't know.
You got to commune with the demons somehow. Might as well.
Yeah. Who was the? You guys made me think of a guitar player. Who was the blues player that sold his soul to the devil? Was it Robert Johnson?
I think it was.
Yeah.
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 Or is it? It wasn't Muddy Waters, right? I think it was Robert
No,
Johnson.
I think it was Robert Johnson. Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if there's like some serious truth to that.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Like sold his soul to the devil to play those chords.
I think that early like Delta blues shit is like a million times more evil than any metal that's ever existed. It's like so fucked up and depraved.
It's called Delta Blues?
Some of it is.
Huh.
The stuff that came from the Mississippi Delta, it's Delta blues.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
like the 20s.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
The 20s. Imagine writing music in the 20s.
Imagine writing music in 1620.
Oh my God.
Dude, Mozart
Imagine writing
wrote-
music.
Yeah.
So
I
true.
can't.
I still can't. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
No idea. I always say I don't know what I'm doing, but I always knew what I wanted. I always knew what I didn't want. I'm still the same way, but I always don't know what I'm doing. It's weird.
Yeah.
And the moment when I think I know what I'm doing, things don't pan out. It's like this strange. Oh yeah, this is gonna happen. This is gonna do this, and like it never does. It's so strange.
Yeah.
So what the fuck do I know? You know.
I don't know.
What do any of us know? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna Tommy. I'm just gonna say this, but should we do like a round two? I don't know. I should
Oh, you're talking about.
Another beer?
Would that be professional or
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
have one more.
Let's drink beer.
It's death metal.
It's
death
it
metal.
is it is Dos Equis.
Drinking beer is so death metal.
Yeah.
It is. It is. Well, I'm scared. I'm scared to walk away because I don't want the conversation to.
Oh sure.
To stop.
We'll keep it going.
Are you serious?
You got it?
Thank you.
Thank you, Zach.
Zach.
All right.
Zach.
We got round two coming.
Shout out to Zach.
So what's the story with your band? Like how'd you guys like what year to start? Like is there like a founder or co-founders? What's the
Me and Matt.
story?
Yeah, me and Matt started jamming in summer 2018. We were both just like in other kinds of bands, and we wanted to do a metal thing. And I think my roommate at the time
appreciate that.
showed
Thank
me.
you.
Thank you, Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
Last 5 of the Heineken as well.
Oh,
Sick.
So I believe I met Matt already, but my roommate at the time showed me like an Instagram clip of him playing just like double kick drum, and I was like, oh shit. Yeah. So I hit him up.
This should sound
we
like Morbid
jammed.
Angel.
Yeah, like
Honestly, yes.
so we just kind of jammed it out, and we started writing, and then we met up with Mr. Alex maybe a couple months later, fall 2018.
Yeah, I think my first practice with them was like right around Thanksgiving. I think it was on Thanksgiving 2018.
May have very well been. Yeah.
That's a good omen.
Yeah.
or a bad one. I don't know what we.
Well, they're giving things.
Yeah. Evoking the evil spirit of the pilgrims.
That's heavy, dude.
And in upstate New York, it rings true.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
true. Huh?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it started, and then
Yeah.
we like recorded our first demo and put it on.
Like months,
Yeah,
a month or two
February-
later.
February 2019, I think.
You guys wasted no time.
Yeah.
So you Matt or Jam and you'll find him on you find him on IG.
Yep.
You guys get together, Jam for 2 months. Alex comes in, and a month later you have something recorded.
Yeah, I think we had just kind of, hit writing right from the get go. I think we actually even maybe have had at least 3 out of the 4 songs done by the time. Like,
I'm pretty sure. I remember showing up to the first practice and the first demo was like pretty much done. I think you guys were just like putting finishing touches on certain stuff.
we used to play a lot.
Yeah.
Our practice space was a lot closer than it is now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And Alex, you mentioned that you have commitment issues with bands. So what?
I did?
Yeah.
What did I say that?
Yeah, you don't remember that? You said that.
When?
Something.
I don't know. A while ago.
Check the
A
tape.
while ago?
He doesn't even know.
I don't know.
He doesn't even know.
Thank you for that, though. So
These guys are sandbagging me right
So,
now. This
no,
is a
no.
fucking setup.
no, it's true. So what? Which I think is also a problem and a fear that some people have when they want to pursue anything, not just music. So what really? How did you face that fear? Okay, now this is not an issue anymore.
Yeah, I think any problems that I had back in the day before in like the pre-Undeath years with band stuff was all interpersonal, and I think a lot of that kind of had to do with the fact that all of my longest standing bands before Undeath were all with people that I had known forever. And when you're, at least in my case, anytime I've been in a band with people who are like my friends for years and years and years beforehand, it comes with a lot of baggage first, right?
Of course, a lot of baggage.
And it's like you're still so, at least in my case, like I'm still so young. I'm still doing a lot of growing and being in bands with people that I've already known for like 10 plus years. It's kind of tough to start to get interested in new stuff and want to branch out a little bit, because then your friends kind of see you as like you're a poser or whatever, because you're not into like all the same shit that you were when you were really young.
Interesting.
And I think in the band I was in before Undeath, I was in a couple, but I really just wanted to be in a straight up metal band, and that was it for me. And I just couldn't pass that impasse. I wanted to just be in like, not like a death metal adjacent band or a band with death metal influences. Like I wanted to just be in a death metal band. And I think once I started practicing with Kyle and Matt, everything just kind of clicked pretty much instantaneously. There was no real fear that things weren't going to progress in the way that I wanted them to progress musically. The three of us just got along extremely well from the jump. And yeah, ever since then, it's just been like cruising.
Cruising?
Yeah.
Cruising, being friends?
Yeah, at least with Undeath, I've never even once entertained the notion in the 5+ years that we've been a band that I didn't want to be in this band. Like, I love being in this band.
Wow.
So I think those commitment issues, apparently I have, those are long in the rearview mirror at this point.
Wow. You guys been going so far forward that you forgot that you even said that and had that issue.
When did I say that?
To be honest, I don't know the exact date, but you mentioned it actually twice.
Yeah. I actually thought I saw a Third Source too.
You guys are fucking with me.
No?
Yeah, I think I just saw
On
it
this
on
podcast
Google
network.
News or something.
Yeah. Well, now this is the third source or fourth source now.
Cool. I'll tell you this in my own defense. I've never quit a band before. I've had bands break up because other people have quit. So maybe that says something about me.
Don't try to save your ass, dude. It's fine. It's a normal human emotion.
Yeah.
It's a normal thing.
I feel like I'm pretty normal.
Yeah. I think we're all cool. We're not downstairs in the basement trying to talk to Satan in the right fucking death mode.
Yeah. Maybe we should be though.
I'll tell you one thing too. The last band I was in before Undeath was such like a cerebral experience. Like everybody was just thinking about things so intensely and so like pretentiously all the time. And with Undeath, it was such a fucking relief to like just get in the space and be with people who just wanted to like make music and have fun making music, and everything didn't need to be this like philosophical exercise. So that was
interesting.
That was a big like early driving force for me in terms of like getting excited about the band, and that still carries on to this day.
What's a example of like the pretentious stuff? Just so people know what to avoid. Actually,
like group lyric writing sessions. Just stuff like that. Let's
do it right now.
Can do an acrostic poem together.
Yeah,
that poem will suck, huh?
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to throw those guys under the bus. Like
Sure.
they're still my friends, but like they would say the same shit. Like it was ridiculous. We got so heady about stuff, and case in point of why this band just works in a way that the other ones didn't. I remember showing up to either the first or second practice, and Kyle and I had been talking on like Facebook Messenger or whatever it was, and I was like, "Do you have lyrics for these songs?" Because I was just used to writing the lyrics, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm working on stuff." And I was like, "All right." and I wrote all these lyrics just like on the fly in an evening for the first 4 songs on the demo. And I brought them to practice, and Kyle was like, "Oh no, like I already have lyrics, like we're good." And it was just this huge weight was lifted off my shoulders. I was like, I don't have to do this anymore. Like, I don't have to submit lyrics for approval. I can just like show up and make music and have it be like a fun, creative, social thing.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Kyle, what do you hear? Is it like you guys have like the riff and then you guys start jamming? Everyone puts their collective input and then like lyrics come to you? Or how does that?
There's a few ways. Like sometimes you write a riff and
it sucks.
Well, yeah, lots of times for sure.
Most of the time.
But,
most of the time.
Yeah.
no, but it like kind of, I don't know. I don't want to sound too nerdy, but it just sort of speaks to you in a way. I just feel like I know exactly what the rhythm should be, and then like the lyrics just kind of come with the vibe of the riff. Mm-hmm. Some other times it's like, maybe you jot down some song titles or some lyrics or something, and you're like, what would this sound like? And write something to that. But I don't know. I just feel like the music lets you know what it should be about.
It's true. You'll be surprised how many people can't do that or don't do that. Try to force their own little thing in there. Yes. It sounds like you get out of your way, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Gotta smoke weed.
That too. Smoke weed. Oh wait, I'm just a fucking speck on a rock, dude.
Yeah.
It's like what those. I was like, look up. I'm like, dude, yeah. So I like that aspect of weed where it just kind of keeps you grounded and a little bit humble. It's cool. I still struggle with that. So you try to get sometimes like the answer is there, like a riff, or like then ego kind of comes in and try to tell you where to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's such a strange fucking battle, dude.
Yeah. Writing music is weird, but also really fun.
It's fun and weird.
Yeah, fun and weird.
Yeah, how did you guys meet Jared?
Well, basically, I went to college at Rochester Institute of Technology, and Syracuse University is nearby.
Okay.
So a mutual friend of Kyle's and I kind of put us together. We met at shows and stuff, and then, Kyle moved to Rochester while I was still at RIT, and we were just hanging out. And I was like finishing my degree when the band started.
Jerry was actually supposed to be an original member.
Really?
Yeah, I was just, college, it's an investment, you got to respect it to some degree. And so I just finished my degree, moved back home, and then moved back to Rochester in 2020.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. So did you end up getting your...
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So once you're done, you're like, I want to play death metal now.
Well, it's just like, opportunities come into your life, and you got to make the most of them.
Yep.
Wow. So it's like, so you guys were already talking, then you let him... All right, he needs to go to college.
Yep.
And that's pretty fucking sick.
Yeah.
Got that in your back pocket, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing, though, like, you don't use it, you lose it. You know what I mean?
That's not true. Jared hasn't lost it.
I've definitely lost a lot of knowledge that I got at college.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't keep practicing it.
We drink a lot of beer.
Yeah. The beer headbang might not help.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I have other knowledge besides my degree, and I get to use it in this band, so that's awesome.
Straight
so
up.
True.
Cool. Was there like we were talking about beer already, but was there any kind of like, okay, I got my degree, now I'm going to just go on tour full time? Was there any kind of like...
Well, I didn't really have too much expectations as to like the extent of the touring we would do.
Yeah.
I knew we were going to like go out and play shows and stuff, but I wasn't thinking like my first legit tour would be like a 6-week full US tour at like, 800,000 cap venues. I didn't really expect that at all.
800 to 1,000. Not 800,000.
They fucking snuck you to tour routing, dude.
Yeah, I just wanted to play music with these guys.
Yeah, because that was like 2020, smacking COVID, right before our first record had come out too. So we were still just playing the bars, around town.
The pipeline for like how we actually started touring was so crazy because, like lockdown happened and COVID happened. We put out our record right around then in 2020, and up until that point, I think we had played like 10, 11 shows, just like as Kyle and Matt and I as a 3-piece, and then we brought Jared and then Tommy into the band in the midst of all that, And then I think our first show back with like the full lineup that is right now was in 2021 in Syracuse at a skate park.
Head over to distrokid.com/VIP/Garza and save 30% off your membership to get all your songs on all streaming platforms. And now to the heaviest podcast of all time.
So that was like kind of a crazy first show to like debut like the 5-piece Undeath at. Mm-hmm. And then not long after that, we went on tour with Black Dahlia Murder. And like Jared said, that was like a 6.5 week tour. And so we kind of went from just playing like little dive bars and, tiny little club shows to playing the fucking Fillmore in Minneapolis to 1,500 people. Like, it was a big step. It was crazy.
How'd you guys do that?
I thought it went really well.
there was growing pains.
For sure.
I was just thinking about this recently about like mainly like chasing a bus.
Yeah.
Because if we're like it's our first huge tour. I'd only done DIY stuff before then, where it's like show up at like they say show up at 3, you show up at 6, and it's still fine.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're showing up first to 5 or whatever it was, you got to be there at a certain point. You know, so you can't be late. And some of these drives are like 12 hours. So you're like, all right, well, we have to get there. And none of us know our abilities for like overnighting stuff. Or we know it now. We've like gotten better at, we practice the touring aspect as much as you do the playing aspect.
Yeah.
And the growing pains were there. You realize what you're capable of and what you're not.
Definitely.
And then you try and work around it, and then you get better at it, just like being in a band.
Yeah. It was a real like trial by fire kind of experience, but I'm very grateful that we got that opportunity to do that because it kind of taught us to run like really early on, and that was cool. And now I feel like because we had that like level of touring accessible to us that early, we're like more unfazed by things now as a result.
It makes sense. You guys didn't waste any time.
Yeah.
What the fuck? My Carl's just fucking in his room just writing death metal, dude. That shit's sick. That shit's sick. So I heard you guys collab more as far as like writing. So I take it like you like listen to when everyone else has like ideas.
Totally.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, like when we started, it was just one string instrument and drums. So it was only like one person writing, but now it's definitely more band collaborative effort for sure.
What was the difference from the first 2 records to the one that's going to come out in a few days? Because it sounds like there is a difference.
Sure. Oh, I mean, sonically, like just the production itself, huge difference. I mean,
you guys record in Nashville?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
at Mark Lewis's house.
Yeah.
I'd say probably the main difference is just the amount of time spent recording it.
Yep.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Getting the performances just perfect for, as perfect as we wanted them to without it sounding like overproduced.
Yeah. I mean, we were there for a month,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we've never done anything like that before. I think Legions, the first record.
It's 3 days.
Yeah, that you and Matt did.
Excuse me?
Our first album, Legions of a Different Kind, I think.
Yeah, it was just a weekend.
It was a weekend.
Oh, that's what you were surprised by.
Really? It was a weekend?
Yeah. Yep, it was a long weekend.
It was a long weekend. That sounds like a long weekend.
And then I recorded all the vocals for that at my old apartment, and then we released it.
What? What the fuck?
And then, I mean, its time was, like 2 weeks?
12 days, I think.
Yeah,
something like that.
it was 11, and the 12th day was no recording. It was just
yeah.
photos
Chilled.
and shit.
Yeah, and then on More Insane, the new one, I mean, we spent like a week on drums alone.
12 days.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy shit, a weekend?
Yeah.
Damn, it sounds sick, though.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't there.
Oh, my God.
It was wild. I just did like the 2 guitar tracks, and then straight to bass.
You must have been dead. The more I think about it every time.
Or that's why we had caffeine or coffee.
Those were different times.
Man, we recorded at the Headroom in Philadelphia, both of those first records, and they got a lot of sick coffee there. So I was drinking a fuckload of coffee.
Damn, see? There's something about coffee, dude.
Oh, coffee is,
Changed the world.
definitely, dude. When coffee started getting brewed, like, civilization started.
Yeah, you know what? This is a fact I keep thinking. Like, I need to figure out. I need to look for more history on coffee. Like when did they find like the coffee bean? When they grind it? When they fucking drink?
When they
that
start
shit?
roasting it, yeah.
Yeah, when? Like how do you fucking like when did that happen?
I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna say 1600.
1600.
Roasting?
Book it.
Roasting?
Roasting and brewing as modern coffee as we know it.
I guess modern. I was gonna say like I feel like the Middle East has been like
That's what I mean. Yeah,
shit getting
yeah.
hot for a long time.
Yeah.
The
I
motherfuckers
might
just
be
walking
way
through
off.
the bush chewing on beans back then. Like how did it work?
True.
Maybe.
True. Oh yeah, you're right.
Cacao beans.
Talk about Colombia and stuff like that. They're probably just hanging out, chewing on a bean.
Chewing on the beans. Like, hey, oh shit, this is like,
Damn, this bean's fucking good.
man, I feel.
Yeah, maybe we
I-
should dry it out for a long time.
I feel alive.
I want to put this shit in the clay oven.
Yeah, I got fucking write a record in the weekend.
The pan flutes. Yeah.
I'm gonna invent death metal.
Oh, dude, it makes sense. There's one time we were. It's unfortunately it's illegal here, but it makes a lot of sense. Like I think it was Colombia. We're walking up at this hill, and you could buy like the coca leaves.
Oh yeah.
So you just it's a leaf, and you fucking chew it and
Yeah.
just walk. I was like, damn, I wish you could do this.
It helps with like
Altitude
sickness
yes,
too. Yeah.
yes, you're right.
No, dude,
You're
here
right.
you can buy Starburst flavored Ghost Energy drink.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's good for you.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna fucking kill you at all, dude. At all.
That's actually a hack for driving when I get it's Bang these days, but it changes time to time. I would down like an entire one if it's I usually do overnight stuff. So if it's like 2 a.m. to like 6 a.m.,
Yeah.
I just down one. And it doesn't give me energy. It's just the searing pain in my stomach that keeps me awake the entire time. And then when that wears,
we're awake.
and then when it wears, like I'm just like creasing over and be like, okay, this hurts a lot.
Yeah.
And then when it's over, if I have to keep driving, I drink another one and it happens again.
Just gotta irritate your ulcers.
Isn't that weird that we do that with energy drinks? Where like we drink it and we feel the heart pain,
Oh yeah.
and we're like,
It's working.
it's working. This is good.
You can identify where your organs are because something starts throbbing. It's like, all right, that's the gallbladder.
Why do we do that? Okay, you know what? Okay, I'll have another one. Why do we do that?
We do that because booking agents route tours.
Because it's fine. You can go from like Lawrence, Kansas to Seattle in one night. Sure.
Monkey see, monkey do, bro.
What's the best energy drink?
None.
None of them.
Red
They're all
Bull. Red
horrible.
Bull.
Red
Yeah.
Bull for sure.
Red Bull
Yeah.
full sugar.
Sugar-free Red Bull.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's true.
I was
Yeah,
a-
but if you want real energy, full sugar Red Bull.
yeah.
Sugar's awesome.
Can't go wrong with a white monster.
Sugar might actually be better than caffeine, but it's just shorter.
Hard hitting
Yeah.
news right there. Like, sugar might be better than caffeine.
Sugar's so sick.
Sugar's go-to for show.
Yeah, but the crash though is.
Oh, that's what I mean. That's why I don't know if
Is
it's
it-
really better than caffeine.
Is
but
it worth? Is it worth the crash?
That's another
Well,
thing.
sugar's
too.
yummy.
If you get like
So true.
7 candy bars and you just like every 20 minutes you eat one, that gets you up to 140 minutes or something.
You're gonna be dead by the time you're 40 for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm on tour. Yeah.
Diabetes.
Yeah. Dude, I just want to say we're nearing so close to like a classic Undeath conversation, which is just talking about yummy food.
Sweet treats.
Well, that's why we're here, man. Whatever you guys want to talk about, this is your story.
Delicious cookies and candy.
Okay, so
You've been doing this for a while. What is your favorite? Not necessarily the best, but your favorite food to get anywhere in the world.
Yeah, we're turning the tables right now, bro. You're getting interviewed.
Tour spot.
it makes me feel very lucky because I'm born and raised here in Southern California, and I always look forward to coming back home and to get like burritos.
Nice.
My favorite food is I think a bean and cheese burrito.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
So
That's a good one.
so the Mexican food around here is just
So you probably have a list of like restaurants, but is there one that stands out? You think, or off the top of your head, if someone said, "Let me get a bean and cheese burrito," and you're like, "I'll go to here."
from here.
Or I mean, like anyone in the world, but I presume from here.
Again, I'm lucky, dude. So my first job, I was a dishwasher at a Mexican restaurant.
Respect. Me too.
Sick.
That was my first job too.
Italian restaurant, but yeah,
You got to work in a food industry.
absolutely.
I think
As a diner.
It should be like mandatory service, like the military. Like you should have to
Totally.
do like 2 years, do like washing dishes and stuff.
totally, dude. I think if you're a band, you want to be in a successful band or business. Half of your team needs to be at some point working in a restaurant.
Broken by food
It's
service.
just broke. It's fucking snapped in half. You know. But yeah, I was lucky then. It's called Ancho's, which is in Riverside, and it's in that area. It's actually like a very well respected. Like there's only one. So it's probably like top 2, and it's a small chain. It's actually out here too, but it started there. It's branching out slowly, but it's called Miguel's Jr. One of my favorite bean cheese burritos. It's simple, fucking. I always say this, like I don't think women will ever understand how simple a man is. And like if you put a fucking guy in a fucking island, give him his favorite food, you're kind of set.
All I need is my bean and cheese burrito, my yellow pillow, and
you putting a pee on it or what?
No, it's just like years of sweat accumulation.
Okay.
Like kind of, not really, but
It's fucking just years of pee, stress pee.
Man, talk about your yellow pillows in the comments, bros.
yeah, everyone has one.
Back me up.
Was sweat? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. You're right. I
Don't act like you don't know what I'm
No,
talking
you're
about.
right. No, I'm channeling. I remember there's like, like that the white pillows get like stains on them. Yeah, sweat.
It's just like
It's like kind of
seasoning.
It's kind of yellow here, but it's really yellow here. You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
It's like a cast iron pan.
I've got a too big pillow. It sucks. Sucks.
Yeah.
It's like
too
just
big?
like my neck. Yeah, my neck's like every night. You know.
I don't think there's a right way to do it, man. Once you're in the van, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no, I mean at home.
At home?
Yeah, I just have a too big pillow
Where
at home.
you
And I
can
just don't do
change-
anything about
You
it.
can change your circumstances, but
Yeah.
you just don't. Okay.
Pillows ain't cheap.
I guess
You know,
that's
that
true.
was like a $50 pillow, and I mean I play death metal. I don't have good pillow money, but yeah, too big pillow for sure. It sucks.
Is that a brand?
It's just
it's
a pillow that's too big for Kyle's
and a half.
small body.
Could maybe like rip it out, some of the shit out of the middle, whatever. You know.
Dude, cut it in half and put fucking gap tape on the
Yeah.
Be real death metal.
I should just have a gaff tape pillow. That'd probably be comfortable.
Yeah.
A gaff tape wallet,
Just fucking wake up. What's gap tape? You get it's
gaff tape bong.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that would be wild.
Are you guys smokers?
Tokers.
Tokers?
Yeah.
All of them are.
Nice. When what was the first song you put out for this record?
Brandish the blade.
Yes. Do you are you riffing high? Are you riding high? What's the
Like, sometimes not.
okay?
I just riff whenever.
So it's moving.
24/7.
But I don't know. I mean, that song actually was written probably around the time of Rise from the Grave, like the album. Maybe just after we got back.
That was like 2 or 3 months after we were done.
Yep.
Like you
Yeah.
introduced that.
Yeah, I think I had like maybe the first riff kicking around for a bit. But yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since we wrote that one, so.
Yeah.
So it's funny how like to the public it's like new.
Oh yes,
But-
exactly.
But if you have the song, like,
Yeah.
We were playing that one on tour in 2022.
Yes, we
Really?
were. We
Yeah.
have been playing that at every show for 2 years.
I think for
Oh.
a certain smaller group of like Undeath, like true Undeath fans, they've known about that one for a while.
Yeah.
So when we like introduced it to everyone else,
Interesting.
a lot of people, like not a lot of people knew it was coming. Some
Yeah.
people.
Okay. Why did you play it live?
some people, like 4.
Why don't we
Why?
play live? Because it's fucking sick.
Yeah, I just
course.
kind of liked it.
Okay,
I mean, I
of
also
course.
think maybe we thought we were gonna record a little sooner, or like, but I don't know. It's a
Gets
fun
the
song to
crowd
play.
going.
Yeah, it's a totally
It does.
crowd song.
It's
yeah.
cool.
When you've got new songs that you're excited about, I don't like sitting on them. Like, just take it out on the road and test it. And that way, also, when it's time to actually record the song, you know what works and what might need to be tweaked a little bit.
Dang,
that,
Beatles
you know-
style, dude. It's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it helps everybody.
It did kind of come and bite us in the ass a little bit, where it was pretty feel heavy, and that is very
Yes.
difficult to match if you're not recording all at the same time.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
that's technical jargon.
No, it's true. Like if you don't get the feel of it, then it could actually ruin the song.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
1 million tempo marking changes. I mean, not really, but
Drag,
you know.
push, drag.
Right. It's like, oh, does this part speed up 2 BPM? I don't know. Never really done that shit before. Yeah, that's why that's one of the things about the new record. Yeah. Went really hard on making sure the feel was right.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are a very feeling based band. I noticed. It's cool.
It's
I love my feelings.
thanks, Matt, for that.
Yeah. Feelings rule.
Yeah, feelings rule. Even though I have commitment issues.
We have a lot of them.
You said that. I can't believe you don't remember you said that,
This narrative is so new to me.
dude. It's fucking. Okay.
We'll track it down.
My problem through life with everything is that I have too much commitment issues.
Oh, wow.
Or the opposite of commitment issues. I love committing to things.
Well, that's great. That means you're growing up. That means you're maturing into a nice young man.
Did you guys talk about this before?
No, dude. You said it. It's on.
We must have just all read the same article or something.
Yeah. It's
3 articles.
It's crazy. Kyle, you said something, and it just ignited a thought.
What did he say this time?
Yes.
He'd be saying stuff.
So you sold your Strat,
No, I have my Strat.
but you bought it back.
Yeah, yes, I did. Yeah. I sold it to our friend Jen Bender, and I was really poor. I sell a lot of guitars because I'm poor. But
Same. We've all.
yeah, dude, you got to pay the bills.
We've all been there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I did buy it back. I love that guitar. Just like a made in Mexico Strat, but
All the best Strats. The ones made in Mexico are sick.
they're fucking sick, man.
Did you buy it back for more or less or same?
I honestly can't remember. I might have maybe like $50 more, but yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, yeah, it's got a Floyd Rose on it now. Like,
Did you have that one painted?
No,
It was always that like crimson. Oh no, you changed out the pickguard.
pickguard to black. Yep. Yeah, no, it's always had. I think Fender calls it Midnight Wine. I love that color. It's like a deep metallic red finish. It's sick.
Yeah, it's fucking badass.
Yeah.
It made me think like fuck, because my first guitar was a Fender Strat and I sold it.
Sad.
And it's one of the dumbest things. 'Cause, sometimes you sell things, you're like, fuck, you get
Oh, yeah.
older, and it's
Oh,
just. But again, like you're fucking playing breakdowns and fucking blast beats, so you need a little bit of cash.
Brutal. Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, so I sold it. Funny, we were just talking about our first jobs. Our manager's son worked at that restaurant, and he needed a guitar. The band was just starting, and I was like, I need a little more cash. I sold him my Fender Strat. I haven't thought about that in years until
you want it back now.
Until you said it, I was like,
Yeah.
you know what, dude? I'm gonna fucking go on Facebook and find
find this guy.
because the manager just retired like a year ago, but I still don't know his name. So I could probably stalk him. I could probably find his name on Facebook and then look at his friends list and see if I could find his
got
son.
this.
We
You
can
got
dox him
this.
right now if you want.
You still got Yellow Pages? You could just find them in the Yellow Pages and just go there.
Show up.
Yeah.
Just fucking show up. Well, that's what we did back in the day.
Yeah.
Give me my guitar.
Now I wonder how many people you're gonna have to go through to get your guitar. I wonder if like he sold it.
I think he probably sold it, and then.
yeah.
But it's fuck. It's
That'd be pretty sick if you found it. That would be fucking
I
dope.
know. God dang.
I just hope that it's in like a good condition. Like, 'cause I've run into something like that, or I've had students do that, where they have their uncle's long lost whatever bass,
Yeah.
and the neck is just like a U,
Dude.
but just for like they haven't touched it since they got it, and they haven't changed the strings. It's been 20 years. It's just like,
It's fine. Just to
not to scare you.
I know.
Not to how the quality of your guitar.
If your neck looks like a U, give it a quarter turn.
It's part of semen on it and all, whatever, the strange semen on it.
Oh,
it's fucked.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean
dude,
that's every guitar though.
Your guitar's probably
true.
fucked.
I know. God damn it, dude.
They probably blew it up.
Yeah, that shit's gone, bro.
Go through
I know it's
all the stages of grief right now.
dude, it's 50-50. Who knows? But it's funny. I haven't thought about it in a long time until I heard you tell that story. I'm like, oh shit, dude. I should fucking stalk that guy.
Thank you, Jen. Thanks, Jen, for selling it back to me. Appreciate you.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I sold my first 2 guitars. My second one was I've been a 6-string, and that was a friend from high school. And we were still talking, and then like eventually he was like, you know what, dude, here, and gave it back to
No
me.
way. Gave it back? Oh,
What a
that's
cool
sick.
fucking guy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
That's a homie.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's fucking badass, dude.
Yeah.
God dang it, dude.
I sold off all my old Undeath guitars lately. I sold off my 2 BC Riches and my Jackson Warrior.
The Jackson one broke my heart.
Yeah.
See that one go?
But that's okay. They come and go.
Come and go, maybe come back.
Maybe come back.
You know?
Yeah.
Are they in Rochester?
That's like Dimebag, right?
Yep.
Didn't Dimebag have a guitar that he lost or something and then it came back to him? Or isn't that a thing?
Are you
Probably,
thinking
I
of
don't
Billy
know.
Corgan? Because that happened to Billy Corgan.
I feel like that happens a lot though.
Yeah.
Just like someone sells it.
If you have more than 10 guitars, it'll probably happen to you.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Jared, you're still playing the Gibsons?
Oh, no, I'm on the Dunnable tip right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
What do I got? Narwhal, sick Narwhal, 6 strings, rocking.
What's the DE
It's
you got?
rocking.
It's Cyclops, I believe.
Those are so sick. I fucking
Yeah.
love that body.
Nice.
Yeah, Dunnable's awesome. I think we just did a commercial with them. It's like for their new DE line.
DE, okay.
And so it's like a pun on like E-harmony.
Why are you laughing?
Because Kyle does an amazing job.
Yes.
Okay.
He's wasting his talents in Undeath.
It wasn't even. That was because I was sucking at acting, and I was
That's
frustrated.
See, that's real. It's raw.
Yeah,
That's
definitely
method
right.
acting.
Cool.
Yeah, but the Dunnable DE shouts out.
Sick.
Shouts out. They're over in Germany right now at some guitar show. I believe they're about to unveil a new model tomorrow. So,
I saw that.
yeah.
I'm really stoked for that actually.
Nice. You guys still playing the 50, the PV, was it 3120s?
3120.
Yes, sir.
Sick.
Yeah. Got 3 of them with us right now. I'd love to get a 4th one, but yeah,
Yeah.
they're cool amps.
Is that like a thing right now with like the death metal scene? Like, or is just like that's just your band and that amp?
Honestly, I wanted to get 6505s like 5 years ago, and there weren't any available, but there was 2 of those, so I spent some COVID money on that, and I think they sound awesome. I kind of prefer how they sound at 6505.
So
You
so
know.
you got on accident.
Kind of, yeah.
They're the triple X circuit that's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
repackaged.
Yeah, it's
I
literally
guess.
just a triple X without the like gaudy ass fucking stripper plate on the front, and
That plate sucked.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. Yeah,
It's
and then
definitely it's a vibe that is not Undeath.
and it
Yeah.
comes with like EL34s instead of 6L6s, which I don't know. People say tubes change the sound a lot. Maybe they do for like clean guitar, but
Not when you drench it in distortion.
Interesting because it's so you got an accident pretty much, but it just fits your band.
yeah, man, I really like it. I mean, I feel like you can get kind of the sound you want to get out of most amps. It's going to be a little different, of course, but especially with like the same overdrive pedal in the front and shit like that. Because I used to play Laney Ironheart. Really did not like that amp actually, but still I feel like I get similar sound out of both. But yeah,
Tone is in the hands.
that's true. I mean, definitely hand tone is real.
Yeah.
Dude, it's very serious, especially when you're going the passive route.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's just, man, if I'm sucking, it's sucking.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good. But if it's good, I'm fucking killing it, dude.
Yeah.
There's no like middle ground.
That's just performing.
True.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, also playing live, it's like you could put whatever distortion box behind you, and it's like if they know the song, they're gonna enjoy it. If they don't know it, they're gonna listen to it, and maybe they'll like it. And
Yeah.
in the record, like recording it, that's where I think the 3120 was a big sound. And what are they called? The pedals that Jeremy made?
Yeah, our boy Jeremy at Heretic
Bone
Effects.
Remover?
Bone
yeah, he
Remover?
makes
That's
the
the
bone
one?
remover
Yeah,
overdrive.
sick pedal.
That one in front of 3120 has that like loose but tight sound, if that makes sense.
A
I think.
bone remover?
Yeah.
Bone
It's,
remover?
it's the name of the pedal.
Loose
Yeah.
but tight.
Basically, just a Maxon ST9 Pro Plus copy.
Okay.
But I believe it's got a little more volume on the volume knob.
It's got like some clipping selection
Yeah, a
too.
little diode selector.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick pedal. I really love that one. It's cool.
Okay.
Sick overdrive. It's fucking nasty.
That's pretty much the record, though, if you think about it. Like the tone, at least.
Yeah, 3120 and a boost.
Did you guys use that on your first record?
Nope. First record was a JCM 800, and I think I used a Maxon 808 in front of it. Yeah.
So you guys went super old school.
Yeah, it was that was a sick sounding 800 too. I don't remember, there's like a lot of different series or whatever. I'm not really an 800 head, but that one was particularly sick.
Yeah, sometimes you just get that special one.
Yeah, it's like enough gain,
It's
2203 or 2204.
Yeah.
If you want to be nerdy about it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, when we were just in Japan, first show we played in Tokyo at a little club called The Wall, and it was like literally straight out of the 80s. It had like non-LED lights. There was like an 800 and a 900 on stage. It was ripping. It was dope, dude.
Sick.
They were
Yeah.
cooking us alive on that
Oh
stage.
yeah, the lights were fucking brutal. That was nuts.
Well, man, if you have rental gear and it sounds good, you got.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the sound was great. I loved it.
Yeah, I don't think the devil's doing that for you guys. I think that's. We need good rental gear, man. Fuck, it's sick.
Oh yeah, it is, dude. I mean, all the clubs over there just had like sick backline. As when we showed up, they have like drums and cabs and heads and shit. Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, and then we like go to Australia, and first show was like 40 stairs, carry the bass cab up it.
Yep.
Big shock.
Yeah, that's when your karma. This will catch up to you.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just so fucking fuck you, dude.
That's okay. I mean, we carry shit all the time.
Yeah. That was the first one of the tour, though. So it was like, we're on tour.
Fuck.
No, it's the second one. First
Yeah, it
one
was the
Perth.
second one. That's right.
No, that was the
That's
first time we had to actually carry shit up the stairs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Because the other one, there was like a ramp in the one in Perth, which was great.
yeah.
But we had to carry up the stairs, and it just annoyed, it pissed me off so much, is that there was just like, the sides of the staircase were lined with like boxes of beer.
Yeah.
So when you're carrying anything, you're bumping your knuckles into it the whole time.
it's the worst.
Just tearing your hands open while you're like carrying up like all these heavy ass equipment, all the rentals. Yeah.
Of course. Man, you guys got me going. A beer I need to try is Valentine's. Never
What's
tried
that?
it.
Valentine's.
Never heard of it.
Me either.
Valentine's?
Yeah.
What is that?
You talked about it.
Stop.
Am I saying it wrong?
Don't do this bit.
No, it's not a pit.
Is it Valentine?
Oh, Valentine.
Okay.
Okay.
Valentine.
Well, that's like a malt liquor, right?
No, Valentine is a.
Oh,
it's a
Valentine.
beer. It's a beer. Yeah, it was a. See, you got me on my toes now.
I mean, unless reading it is a bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so
No, Valentine is a real beer. It's a beer that Pabst brewed back in the day, and it was a kind of like their first attempt at making like a craft beer, and it was they were like a principal sponsor of the Yankees for decades, and like on radio broadcasts it would be like the New York Yankees brought to you by Valentine or Valentine, however you pronounce it.
see, you don't even fucking know, dude.
Yeah,
Gosh.
that shit is good.
It's good?
Yeah,
This isn't the malt liquor?
no.
Okay.
Is this like a New York State thing?
No, well, it used to be everywhere, but now I think one of the only places you can get it is at this bar in Manhattan called the Old Town Bar.
Isn't that where your parents used to have dates?
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
Crazy. It's where you still have you have a place that you could go to.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's fucking. It's
That place
crazy.
is great, dude. It's like the bar that time forgot. It's just like,
Wow.
I remember they had like a no cell phone policy until like 3 years ago.
Are you serious? That's a fucking sick policy.
And like the owner there, I mean, he's always there. He would just walk around, and when he saw people on their phones, he would just tell them to turn them off or get out.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like real commitment to the old guard kind of shit. But
How many people can you fit in there?
it's a decent sized space. I mean, I probably couldn't give you a figure, but it's not tiny. It's a decent sized bar. It's got like a nice long, huge bar that's runs the length of the whole space. But
Interesting.
Love
Wow,
that.
yeah, Valentine is that's the only place in the world I've ever seen it. I don't know how many other places are still selling it, or like how easy it is to get, but you can get it there, and it's like $3.
$3.
Yeah.
That's a great price.
Yeah,
If this isn't what I think it is, this is the first time I'm hearing about it, so I got to check it out.
yeah, it's good. I mean, it just tastes like Pabst, but like better. It's not like a mind blowing beer, but it's like a nice little time capsule.
Time capsule probably worth having.
Yeah, definitely. You're not going to get it anywhere else. Well, maybe like a couple places, but they also used to make Coke, like Coca-Cola, not cocaine. They used to like make Coke the old way, which is like with like the soda water and the syrup, and they would stir it as they poured it.
Oh wow.
I don't think they're doing that anymore. I think that was too much commitment, but they used to for a long time.
Holy crap.
It's like a top 3 bar in the world for me. It's the best. The vibe is always so good.
So probably when you're playing like Irving Plaza, you're probably gonna
Exactly.
go
It's literally like 3 blocks from Irving Plaza.
there. Is it really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Now you got to go.
I'm an idiot. I'm going to Whole Foods across the street. Like a fucking loser.
No, you got to go to the bar, man.
Yeah, you gotta drink beer, dude.
Yeah, stop eating healthy.
Stop eating salmon, bro. Drink beer.
You don't need to eat. There's beer over there.
So it's either
They got hot dogs.
a Valentines or Valentines.
I think my gut tells me it's Valentine, but
So I wasn't too far off.
no, you had me all fucked up. I was like, what are you talking about?
You made me seem like I was an idiot. am I saying this fucking right, dude? Holy shit! It's right by Irving Plaza. What the fuck?
Yeah, cool ass bar.
I think the last time I was there, I was walking down the sidewalk, and someone, you know how like they there's like houses that have like stoops, and people hang out on the stoops. I was walking by someone. It's like, cut your hair, dude. I was like, it's like, I'm in New York. I'm not gonna say shit back. Dude.
Yeah.
The city.
Yeah, I'm not. It's like he's fucking beat me up, dude. I have no idea what he looks like. I don't want to know what he looks like. I'm gonna keep walking straight. I'm going to the park and then Barnes
He just
Noble.
drank like 10
I mean,
Valentines.
that part of town,
He did.
Cut your hair.
that part of
I'm gonna
town,
fucking
you might
say
be all
something.
right in that part of town. So
Yeah, is that block like all right? Is it not like
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, that's like kind of a very upscale part of New York for sure.
okay?
yeah.
Yeah, you know when you're not from New York and you're there, like where do we even walk, dude?
I mean, in Manhattan, like at least around there, you're good pretty much anywhere
Yeah,
at
once you
all,
hit
at all
the
times.
when you hit 120 something, maybe you start to think.
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, you're not going to be up there for anything.
No. Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay, cool. That's such a great rule. Not having cell phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a recent rule. I love that rule. I wish more places.
Yeah, maybe we could, I don't know, start doing something like that on the tour.
Yeah, dude, no cell phone
Yeah,
tour.
I think that's
We have like jokes
Dress
within.
code.
You mean for the show?
yeah, and,
not for the
and,
whole
and in the
tour.
van too.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
in the van.
No phones.
Are you
no
fucking
phone
insane?
We set challenges for ourselves that we talk about but rarely ever do, and the recent one was goatee tour, where we were all gonna. We're actually supposed to be doing that right now.
I guess. Well, we were a little dismayed by everything.
We showed up to start this tour and everything was chaotic, but we were gonna shave our beards into goatees for the remainder of this tour.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
Real
mean, I'm still
2000
down if you guys are.
I don't know if I'm feeling the 2002 spirit. Right now.
No, you guys are kind of committed.
Just no goatee tour, no cell phone.
Next tour was going to be no eyebrows tour.
Yeah.
What, dude, I have a pet peeve when you're like hanging out with like a friend. I'll call him out. Like Ernie does this a lot. Our drummer. You're hanging out, having a beer or wings, or pizza, and if someone whips out their phone, I do get livid.
Wow.
I do. But I hold it inside, so I'll express it kind. Kyle's sick. And I'm like, and I'll ask him, "What are you doing?" I just checked in my Instagram real quick. I'm like, "Why?"
Yeah. You gotta hit him with a. Oh, am I boring you?
Yeah, just like it's like we're having an in-person conversation, and when it's okay, if you're having a conversation with somebody, this goes for anybody listening and watching. I'm pissed already. I'm really feeling emotions. And
Let it out, bro.
So if you're mid-conversation and it stops for like a second, and you pull out your phone, it's like, dude,
Don't do that shit.
I fucking, dude, I legit like hate it.
It's called an addiction.
Yeah.
It's a straight like okay. First of all, like we're having a conversation. It's going to pause a little bit maybe, but you don't go whip out your phone, go on Instagram where there's nothing there.
Need
Yeah.
blue light, bro.
I'm fading. I need the light.
It's like,
But my
God.
stories, bro. My stories.
Like, dude, it's like you could go on your phone any time of the day, and as humans, we crave like human company and time and emotion and conversation, and like we're doing it. And plus, like like you get older, I'm 38, and it's like if you're going out with somebody, you're going out with somebody.
Yeah.
This is your time to have a conversation and go out, have friend time or dates, and also money spent.
Yeah.
Money spent on the food, even if it's just pizza. That's money, harder money spent. Like this should be quality time. So when you're doing the quality time, you got out of your house. Holy shit, you're out and about, and then you whip out your phone like a fucking piece of shit. Ernie's out of the band now.
It's all unraveling right now.
Piece of shit. No, it's not. So the fact that bar in Manhattan is having that rule, I think it's super sick.
Well, they don't have it anymore.
Yeah, I think they finally. Yeah. But they held out for.
You're fighting a losing battle.
They held out
It
for a
is.
long ass time. I mean, it really was like just a couple of years ago that they finally had to just succumb to the masses because there was just
Wow, there's
too many people.
people.
Yeah, but
Fuck.
he really was serious about that. I mean, he's there every day, and he was always telling people to just put their phones away, or they could leave.
And what, do you think people just leave?
Yeah,
Fuck.
In Manhattan, yeah, probably.
It's like it's like what choice am I gonna make? Am I gonna have fun? Or am I gonna? I'd rather be
You know, cause a scene, be a
on my
dickhead.
phone. It's so unfortunate, man. And there's always pros and cons to like the stuff like this, like the phone, and there's always pros and cons. It sucks.
Do you think being as like touring as much as you have in your entire life that you kind of value that kind of one-on-one interaction when you get a chance to have it?
Huge for me, dude? I am very moment to moment. I'm not very good at texting people,
Sure.
but if I see him out at a show, literally like I unload how do you say it? Myself, like I'm in the moment, I'm present. So so you make like it's just very quality time with just being in person or hanging out. So I'm very
our time together is so short.
Yeah.
you know
Like we met this dude Mooks from Hostile Records out in Singapore, and I think ever since Undeath had started, he'd been a huge supporter of the band.
Yep.
Wow.
Came out to the show, was just really like awesome to see him.
So he's from Kuala Lumpur, and he went to Singapore for that. Right?
Yeah.
It's like 6 hours.
It's like a 9-hour train ride.
9 hours.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I was just talking to him on Instagram after the show, and it was like, man, it was so nice to see you. And he's like, yeah, dude, our time together is so short. I'm glad we made the most of it, and
Sick.
that we met each other in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I whipped out my phone. Yeah, anyway, dude.
Sick.
I got to go on X.com, the everything app.
Oh no.
What does Grok have to say about this?
Oh no.
Let me grok this real quick.
Oh no. That's true, man. There's a cliche I've been talking about pretty often. When you in your 30s, people start dying. I had literally 3 friends pass away the past 2 months.
Oh, shit.
Jeez.
It's just like, man, you just don't know when like you're hanging out with this person,
Yeah.
and then that was your last interaction with them.
Yeah.
And for me to, it could be anything. It could be as simple like coffee, or we're out at a show getting drunk as fuck. It's having that quality time because you don't know. We really don't know if this is gonna be my last interaction with them. So I do try to like have my last interaction with people.
Sure.
You know, I try.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would be a shame if I was on my phone at the dinner table and then and then they're fucking dead.
Yeah.
That
would suck.
It's hard to separate, I think, because like living in the van, when we do it at least, is just you have 8 hours to kill, and if you're not driving, you don't have to be present for really anything.
That's
so
that's different.
you plug in, but then when you get home, like I get tour brain like crazy. It's just like, all right, I'm sleeping for 3 hours. I wake up, at like the drop of a hat, something fell down in my room. I'm up for the rest of the day, type of thing. So you have to like kind of change your tour brain, and that involves the phone. Like you're on it all the time in the van, just because you have nothing else to do. So like
brain.
I make a point to like, all right, let me meet up with my friends here. Let me do my best to not look at my phone when I'm doing it, and let me make sure if something nothing's going to come up to interrupt that date, whatever you want to call it, or like hangout session, whatever it is. Because that time is important too. Like we are on the road a lot, and you start to miss people.
Yeah, I also like, just to what you're saying, I try to, one of the main reasons why I'm trying to like limit my social media time lately is just, I don't like when my perceptions of people that I know are mostly based around what I see them post online.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Especially when it's like people that I knew before I knew their social media presence, and people that because like I meet so many people being on the road, and you meet them in person, and like I like being around them, and then you get to see like their online personality, and it's like this totally fabricated like fake thing, and it really colors your perception of them, and it makes me like think all these things about them that probably aren't really true, So I try to just like people that I like and that I meet on tour, I just don't really want to follow them on Instagram or anything like that.
Unless they follow you back.
Unless they follow you back as a courtesy, but like it's just like my thing with friendship and companionship and any of those things is like I'll see you when I see you, bro, and like we'll hang out then, and like we'll get in touch and whatever. But like I don't want my perception of you to be colored by these things that like don't exist,
Yeah, because what is two things real quick. Like what is following someone on social media really mean? Right? It's tough because I did like I think a lot of people do it at some point in their lives, like early 30s. I unfollowed everybody except for like one person. I think it was like the band or something.
Yeah.
And some people, I'm not saying I'm cool or anything, but like some people got offended. It was for you to unfollow someone. It was like, oh shit,
I think it's for the people that are like.
It shouldn't matter though.
Yeah,
right?
like the people that you consider like acquaintances, they'll be like, this is our only connection.
Yeah.
It's not like your best friend or like group of friends back home. It's not some stranger that that's like a fan of yours that you mercy gave them like a follow back or something like that.
Sure.
So it's like, if you unfollow some people that you barely talk to or have like met twice ever, they're
Someone's
like,
going pee. Didn't announce. Try to sneak out of here, dude.
Jared's going pee.
That's true.
Solidarity with Jared on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so, I've had people. I had my social media erased, like hacked and then deleted once.
That's it.
And when I got it back I got it back, and I haven't used it the same since. But like I had people come up and say, "Hey man, I'm sorry if I did anything to offend you." I was like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck are you talking
That
about,
shit's
man?"
so weird.
Yeah, I was like, dude, like I know I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like don't tell me this shit. Like
it just sucks. It's a thing. It just sucks, man.
Social media is to sell things.
yes.
Yeah.
Glorified advertisement platform.
Which so if you're following us on social media, go by, go check out the new
Plug my
Undeath record.
stuff.
I feel like
Post about it.
Garza Podcast, just off the top of my head, I feel like Garza Podcast and Undeath NY are probably the only accounts worth following.
I
on
think-
anything.
Honestly, yeah, that's where you get your
Yeah.
content, your news.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you want the real death metal and the real fucking shit, dude. You
Yeah.
follow only these three things, and
And then
that's
tell
it.
your friends.
Yeah, I mean, like all that shit is just brain poison.
Dude, it's I learned with age, man. I gotta compartmentalize, moments and things.
Yep.
There is time for the phones. I won't be a total Debbie Downer, but also at the same time, fuck everybody.
It's good to be
Fuck
skeptical.
everybody. Fuck
It is.
everything.
It is. Is there anything that this is your time? I know you guys got a fucking good advantage to sound check. I mean, anything on your mind that we should get out there?
Keep supporting death metal.
Yeah.
Write riffs, play riffs, live riffs.
Everybody out there, just be good to each other. Stay safe.
Yeah, stop hang out with your friends and not be on the phone.
Yeah.
Too much with the phone.
Listen to some fucking Morbid Angel, man.
That shit's evil.
Yeah.
Listen to some music pre-20th century.
Yes.
Pre-20s.
Is there a certain era you think?
A certain era of music they should listen to?
Yeah.
Not really. Maybe like 19th century to late 18th century. I don't
some
know.
Ravel,
some
some,
Mozart. Yeah.
What are the years? 1800s. Wait. When is your new record drop again?
Yeah.
So 1800 to 2024.
Yeah. You got about
October.
224 years of music listening to do before you can enjoy the new record.
Dude, you're fucked.
I'm fucking pushing your record. This is probably the most I ever pushed a record on the podcast.
Thank you, Chris.
Listen to our record. Okay,
insane.
make sure you listen to the record this era.
Yeah.
And everything else sucks.
Yeah.
From the future, from right now.
There's Mozart, and then there's Undeath, More Insane out October 4th.
Dude, they're both heavy. Yeah. When did Mozart come out?
Yeah, when did Mozart drop?
You read,
1785.
you read the book, man. You gotta know.
Yeah, it's probably around
17.
there.
So 1780s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Latter
So-
18th century. Yeah.
He died young as hell, too.
Did he? How old?
Yeah.
33, 5, something like that.
Kyle?
You read the book.
Yeah.
I saw you do it.
I want to say it's like.
I saw you do it, you fuck.
Yeah, I do want to. I think it was like 34. I think you might be right, Tom. Yeah.
In a pauper's grave.
Fuck, that's so young. That sucks. A musical genius.
He was like a little sickly dude, you know.
Loved to party.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
course.
Yeah. But
He's just a little guy.
yeah, he was just like always sick and shit. Killed him eventually.
How tall was he?
Like 7'8", I think.
No, he was like I don't know, 5'4". He was
5'4"?
pretty small. Like he looked a little weird.
He's just a weird
I mean, I'm
little
just
dude.
you know.
Mozart was like Yao Ming height.
That would be absurd. I don't think anyone was that tall back then.
They would probably,
Kill him.
yeah, probably kill him.
They'd probably kill him.
Harvest and like
back
eat
in
their
the-
bones to be like, we'll get this tall next time.
Dude, back in the day. Jerry, we're just having some closing thoughts. Anything you want to add or anything that we might have missed?
Well, it was a pleasure to be here today. Check out More Insane on October 4th. There's going to be another video that comes out with it. Hope everyone enjoys it. Yeah, that's pretty much it from me.
Cool. So check out Mozart and More Insane. That drops October 4th.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And you guys also check them out on tour. Literally, the tour just started today.
Yeah,
So,
we're touring all over America until October 27th. So get a ticket, come out, support your boys.
All the states, all of them.
All of them.
Most of them.
Maybe 40% of that.
We're going to Hawaii.
Oh yeah. Well, Undeath, thank you for your time.
Thank you,
Thank you,
man.
bro.
This is
Thanks
a lot
for
of fun.
having
Oh,
us.
guys, awesome,
It was
man.
a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. That's it. Later.